Are you looking for something for that special someone? Then look no further than Park Lane Jewelry. Park Lane Jewelry is a family-owned Illinois company heading into its 60th year. All pieces have an unconditional lifetime guarantee and are designer-inspired. You can find out how to get free pieces with the Make Your Own sale. Just get a hold of Jen online at myparklane.com/JMAR. That's JMARR today.
Hey everybody, welcome to the program. This week we're going to have an interview. We're going to go back and we're going to talk to somebody else besides you just listening to me. I had a fun time talking to a friend of mine, Alex House. You may remember him from Todd in the Book of Pure Evil. He played Todd, but he's the lead. And he has a new movie coming out called Total Frat Movie. And it's gonna be fun. So we had a little chat and had a lot of fun. And next week we'll be back to the usual ha-has and hilarious. So, we'll be right back.
Looking for something for that special someone this holiday season? Then check out the new exclusive E-Live from the Red Carpet collection that was launched this November, this month, from Park Lane Jewelry. Check out their new fall sale, up to 70% off hot fall items. And as always, make your own sale. Purchase items for up to 85% off. Family owned, worldwide, almost 60 years, based in Schaumburg, Illinois. Unconditional lifetime guarantee. Check out myparklane.com/JMAR, JMARR, or email Jen directly at jenmar25@gmail.com today. So now, Alex, I'm going to come right out and say it, you vanished, dude. You kind of it almost seemed like Todd and the Book of Pure Evil was at like this big huge height and everybody wanted it back, and there was the Indiegogo or Kickstarter, I forget which one it was, to do the animated movie, which is still going on. Yes.
Yeah. Well, the movie's still going on. The movie's definitely coming out at some point. I think.
Have you recorded your audio for it? Your
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You're all done.
I think I have to do some songs, but other than that, yeah, we're pretty much all done.
Now, after that, you seem to kind of fall away and not want to be Todd anymore. Were you like, was there something going on that you just kind of started to not like the character? Or?
No, that's funny that you noticed that. I think a lot of people, a couple people since I got back on Twitter have commented on that to me, and they've said, oh, and it's not that I didn't want to be the character anymore. It's not that I don't like Todd. It's just that the show was very much finished for me.
Right.
And to get really personal, and I've obviously I've gotten over this, but I would, post things about other things that I was doing, and nobody really cared about that. And so that's kind of why I sort of took it upon myself to distance myself from Todd, like you said, because I was like, didn't want to. I mean, I should have more faith in myself that I will have an illustrious career and not just be Todd forever. But at the same time, it was like, there was a lot of hype around the show, like you said, and I would say other things, and nobody really seemed to care. And I was like, well, I don't want to do this, and it was making me upset. And
no, I
understand.
Just like, yeah,
you know what I mean. But that's my own shit, kind of like the fact that I would get. But I would try and promote other things that I was doing and stuff like that. And it's just that people were really, really hyped on Todd, and that's amazing. And now I've learned to appreciate that much more. The fact that there are people who still, follow me and talk to me and ask me how I'm doing because of Todd is incredibly, it's just flattering, and it's really nice.
Now, you mentioned Twitter, kind of distancing yourself from Twitter and everything.
Yeah.
Now, you downright went and fucking deleted your account and everything. I remember one time
Yeah.
I went to go send you a direct message about something, I forget what, and all of a sudden it's like, this user doesn't exist. I'm like, what in the blue? What? and what happened? Was it because of what you just said, or was it you just need a social media break?
Well, I'm not really active on social media in general. Like I have an Instagram account that like is private, but I'll let anyone follow me on it. And
They just have to really kind of, they have to put forth the effort to want
yeah,
to see it.
I just think because I'm not like I'm not at a level of well known where I really have to watch like everything I do and say. I think that's reflected on my Instagram and my Twitter and stuff like that. But I want people to like. I don't want it just out there. Like if you want to see what my life is, and that it is. It's my personal life that I decide to share on there. So yeah, I'm not really that involved on social media. I've never. Well, actually, I haven't liked it for quite some time. And yeah, one day, I just remember getting fed up with Twitter, and I just don't. I don't like social media at all.
Right.
Is the real answer. I know it's really good for a lot of things. It's positive. It can spread a lot of good intentions, and there's a lot of positive things that can be done with it. But for me, I felt like there were times where I would say things because I wanted like attention, basically. And then I was like, why do you want attention? And when you don't get it, you're going to get upset about it. It's like you just need to take a break.
Right.
Just need to like leave Twitter and not worry about it, and not like worry about if you're getting retweeted or if people like whatever funny comments you say or whatever. And I think that had to do partially with like, it's been hard to get work out here and stuff like that. So it's just like a lot of things that I just needed to kind of fix on my own. And
Right.
that I think that can Twitter and Facebook and all those things can be a crutch in a way sometimes for people, especially for me.
Right. Now, you recently last time you were on the program, you were still living in Canada. I think I remember, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Now, why would you give up the illustrious career where I understand when you were up in Canada, they weren't filming at the time, but now the boys have brought back Sunnyvale Trailer Park. So I mean,
They have.
anybody, I'm sure any Canadian could get work up there, and because they do need extras, and you could always, buy a kitty from Bubbles or something. But
actually, my friend Warren Sonoda, who directed,
he directed
he
Swearnet.
directed a couple episodes of Todd, and he directed this movie that I just shot with him. He's doing a bunch of Trailer Park Boys. He did SwearNet. Like he's killing it for them right now. So who knows? Maybe it's in the works. But I feel like their crew is like so tight knit, and like they've already established all their characters. I think it's hard to get a job on Trailer Park Boy. I think a lot of people are trying to, unless you're Sebastian Bach or whatever. It's
but even that seemed a little forced sometimes.
Yeah,
when I'm watching it, and I love the show. I went as Bubbles for Halloween. Not like you can tell.
I was gonna say you could do a good Bubbles.
Yeah. But it's like something like a Sebastian Bach kind of feels like it's almost like, really. I mean, it's all well and good, but whatever. But I mean, it's always funny, and it's funny to watch a show like that. Much like I hate to bring up Todd, but there was
Look,
there was huge evolutions of characters. I mean, because if you watch the Trailer Park Boys from the beginning, Bubbles was nothing, and now without the show, you could totally tell that Bubbles wasn't there. And I mean, just like Todd was like this metal kid, and he just became this fucking hero.
Yeah. I'm okay to talk about. It's not like I never want to talk about it again or whatever. It's just here's another full disclosure thing. It just got to the point where there was nothing new for me to say about it either.
Right.
I mean, I'm down to talk about the show and about like my experiences filming it, and like all that stuff because it was a blast, and people, and I don't mind saying like what it was like working with Jason Mewes and Chris and all that stuff. It's just after we had the movie, we got the funding and stuff like that, and we said, okay, we're gonna do it. The questions were the same every time. So it's not that I don't like talking about it, but I was just like, I just didn't have any new information.
Yeah, that sounds. It's funny you mentioned people asking the same thing. I was at Days of the Dead in Chicago last year, and Muse was there as a guest, and you could go up and get autographs and stuff. And I went up for my brother, who's a huge Clerks fan, and everybody ahead of me wasn't asking about Clerks. They weren't asking about Kevin Smith. They were asking about Todd and Book of Pure Evil.
Really?
Yeah, and I also think it's because of where we were. We were at a horror convention.
Yeah.
But, I think it's pretty fun. But, and no pictures from Todd that you could pick from for him to sign. It was all, Jay and Silent Bob stuff. But I thought that was kind of cool that, the little show that could from Canada.
And that's really cool. I guess maybe I should have been more careful about how I, distanced myself. It wasn't really distancing myself from Todd. It was just from, social media. And it wasn't, like I said, I just didn't have any new information. People would say, hey, what's the update with the movie? And I was like, it's still, I don't know. I'll let you guys know as soon as, I know something.
You guys record the voices before they do the animation?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. So if they send that thing to Korea, we could wait till 2020. This thing is coming out right after Avengers 3.
No, I think it's on track for 2015 because we did it earlier this year in February or March.
No, was it everybody in a room, or you had already moved to the States by then?
Yeah. But it was everybody in a room. It was great. We my brother actually shot all this behind the scenes footage for the movie, and it was a lot of fun. So hopefully a lot of that stuff makes it into the DVD or whatever it is, technologically wise. But it was a blast having all of us, and it was very bittersweet, because we'd kind of had the time to move on from Todd because we hadn't done anything Todd related for maybe a year or two.
Right.
And so then you get us all, and then we're wouldn't it be great to? And I think that's just what keeps happening, and it's hard to let go because every time we were okay, we're done, this is it, I'm gonna then we'll end up doing something small like that, and it's and we reminisce, and because we really are a family, so it's hard, man. I kind of am at the point where it's either all right, either it's done forever or we do it another 3 seasons or something, because it's just. It's being drawn out because people responded so well to it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's I
can totally see I can totally see a Todd and the Book of Pure Evil Trailer Park Boys crossover. Leahy gets a hold of the book and tries to use it to get rid of the boys.
Game over. Yeah, game.
And then there you go. See.
That's a good. You should pitch that.
Oh yeah, that would go over great. Craig might listen, but everybody else would be like, "Who the fuck are you?" What? Yeah. No.
I don't know. I like it as an idea. If you pitch that and it gets interest, I'll come back for that for sure.
Awesome. Now you just shot a new movie in California, was it? Yes.
No, in Canada.
Canada. Oh, okay. But it's getting a state release and all that kind of stuff.
I think so. Yeah, I don't know the details on that one.
Now you played a frat boy?
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun, man. I know. I didn't know I had it in me.
I saw your ice bucket challenge too. That was pretty funny.
Oh, cool. Thanks. Yeah. So my agent, I went home for a little while to look for some work, basically, and and see the fam and all that stuff. And my agent out here was like, "I'm submitting you for this project that Warren directed," and I was like, "Oh, cool. That's awesome." And then I went in and talked to Warren, and they're a room full of producers, all these guys. Really, really awesome guys, and we just talked, and then they had me read a couple scenes for the movie, and they're like, okay, so this guy is he's Rick Perry was the senator who wanted
from
to
Texas. Oh,
yeah. They're like, he's a young Rick Perry, he's very entitled, old money, his dad's the governor, he's rich and just doesn't give a fuck about anything. And I was like, cool. And then I ended up getting the part, and I just had the most fun playing this dude. It was like, first of all, Warren directed, and he let me do whatever I wanted, which was, I don't know if it's gonna be good or bad in the end. I trust him to like rein me in, but man, so I was just this like really rude, vulgar, drunk, stupid.
So basically every American.
No, I'm not going on the record.
I'll say that. It's like I can say that because they're my people. I can, I'll be like, fuck you, America. Go
I'll
ahead.
be banned if I say anything like that.
Hold on, I'll do it like this. Fuck you, America.
He's a very specific person. I think I would not be surprised. I'll go as far to say this, very politically and Canadian of me. I'll go as far to say that there probably are a couple fraternity brothers out there similar to him.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I have noticed that even with everything going on, like you got your Rob Fords and people just giving you guys a horrible rap, for saying that you're too nice and that your healthcare system sucks. It's all Republicans saying this, mind you. Right. That Canadians tend to be the nicest people on the planet. And I also noticed that if you watch Trailer Park Boys enough, you start to speak with a Canadian accent, which is
you do, huh?
I'm not gonna lie. This is my confession. This is my exclusive. I think I've watched Trailer Park Boys from beginning to end, all 3 movies, and both specials, upwards of like 13 or 14 times.
Really?
I am a huge Trailer Park. I even tried to do my own SwearNet screening. You know how they're doing that for
yeah.
But there's no interest in my area whatsoever, and you have to sell like 70 tickets to be able to have it happen, and there's no way that's going to happen. I'm like, well, fuck.
Not even 70 tickets, really?
Not even 70 tickets. Nope.
Yeah. You have 70 friends. I know you do.
You know what? Twitter doesn't count. They're not, because 9 times out of 10 they're not real people. They're bots saying, "Hey, thanks for following me. Look at my boobs." Like, well, okay, I will, but all right, whatever. But it's and I applaud them for SwearNet, like the network. I think it's a cool idea and everything.
Yeah.
But so now that you're back on Twitter, it's still Alex Dwelling, or there's an underscore in there or no? I can't
even remember.
Well, whoever's watching this, I'll look it up and I'll post it down in my basement area here underneath my pretty face. And
cool.
They can follow you, and they can bother you about Todd and the Book of Pure Evil.
They can, yeah. Although I'm much more inclined to respond if it's football related.
There you go. Oh, yes, it totally is.
I always respond when people say stuff about football, and I always talk to them about it.
Just be sure to comment and say Ray Rice is a dickhead and watch what happens.
Yeah. I always talk about football. But, I mean, I don't mind. Like, people, and I love telling stories about Jason and Maggie and Chris and all that stuff. So it's not that, I don't like talking about that. It's just there's nothing, right now, there's nothing new going on with Todd.
Right. And now, when does this other movie come out that you shot with Warren?
Oh, Total Frat movie?
Yeah.
I don't know. See, I don't know a lot of stuff. When I know, I'm gonna post that shit for sure.
Boom! There you go. See, you can follow. See, now you have to follow them, kids. You got to know when that's coming out.
Yeah.
And you got to.
I lost all my so many of my followers. I had a bunch, and they're all gone forever now.
Be sure to tweet him and fuck with him about the Ravens.
Yeah,
because even though he's from Canada, he loves the Ravens for some reason.
I love the Ravens.
It's funny that Wisconsin, go figure, Wisconsin doesn't have an NHL team. So I was sitting here, I'm like, well, do I want to cheer for an AHL team when no one's going to give a shit? So no. So what I did is a buddy of mine told me what team the Milwaukee Admirals are the farm team for, and I'm cheering for them.
Okay.
It makes sense. So I'm currently a Nashville Predators fan.
Oh, okay.
And you know what?
Cool.
They're in first, so that's even better.
Nice.
Yeah, they beat the Blues. I was very excited about that.
Wait, the Milwaukee
Admirals is an AHL team.
Oh, it's an AHL team.
And they're the farm team for the Nashville Predators.
Okay, cool.
So there you go. Yeah, it's good times. But people can follow you, and then we'll have to have you back on when Total Frat Movie comes out.
And
Okay.
it's good to see you, man. It's good to see you're
It's good to see you too.
walking among the living, and you're in
I'm,
the you're in the
I'm
states.
still around.
You're
Yeah,
in the
I'm
states,
still
so
around.
if you bust your foot when you're drunk this time, you're gonna have to wait longer and then pay out of pocket.
Yeah, pretty
So-
much. Until that Obamacare kicks in.
Oh, hey, it might not now with the Senate and everything, but
Right.
if you know any women, be sure to tell them to run because their uteruses are going to get filled in with cement. But that's neither here nor there. But it's been a blast.
Yeah.
It's been a blast having you. And we'll definitely have to have you back.
Cool, man. Thanks for having me. Awesome to talk to you.